followed the invitation of the IWC, and certainly today, this morning, it's not about speeches, but it's much more about you gathering into interesting conversations and fruitful discussions. So we have this beautiful day. I would like to give the word to Anne as the president of the IWC, and again wish you a very relaxed and joyful morning. And please, if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask me or our staff. And again, have a good time. And thank you, Anne, for...
What I want to talk about is two upcoming outings. The board are always thinking ideas of, where we can bring you, how we can entertain you. So if anybody else has any new ideas, please let us know. And also some feedback from you on whether you enjoy our outings or not. The next one is, we've got a bowling on the 20th of March at 10 a.m. So you will get information about that and where it's taking place. The other is a traditional Easter egg painting at the Ethno Museum. And the Ethno Museum, if you know it, it's on the corner of Studenski Square. First of all, the museum itself is very interesting to see it. And secondly, I think that Saturday, the 24th of March, from 3 to 5, and it's just 500 dinars per person, just to cover the cost of the paint. Okay. The third thing that I want to talk about is the money, obviously, and everybody's interested in what we've done with the funds that we gathered at the bazaar. And it has taken us a little bit of time because we've been very careful about looking at various projects and what we would do with the money, and to say to all our donors that hopefully by next week we will be able to send you all the information writing about who the projects are, a little bit about each project and how much we have donated towards them. But just to tell you who they are, Friends of Children of Serbia, an old NGO that has been in existence in Serbia probably since the Second World War, has maybe changed its name, but covers children who are in institutionalized care, looking at improving the conditions, the policy makers. It includes volunteers, training for people who work with children, and generally looking at the rights of children who are in institutionalized care, because a lot of children go into care at a very young age and they're there to the age of 18. So it helps children who may be leaving care as well, and how to take up a normal life, let's say, outside of an institution. The second thing we want to do is we want to purchase a piece of equipment for children who are hard of hearing. And we discovered in the children's home in Negotina that they actually have a person who's trained to do this, and they will cover the whole catchment area around Negotina, around that part of Serbia, which is a more impoverished area, let us say. So a lot of those children don't get to maybe a larger hospital or a larger health centre. So that piece of equipment will assist, first of all, in discovering that children do have problems with hearing, and where to send those children for proper treatment. SAPI, the Serbian Association for Promoting Inclusion. This again is an NGO that I know for probably 20 years, dealing particularly with young people with Down syndrome in inclusion into society. So a lot of those children have never been in care. We've managed to keep them with their parents in their own homes, but it's training maybe to find a job, a more independent life. A very good NGO. I know them for a long time. We're also looking outside of Belgrade, so a small community in Bačka Petrovic, which is a minority community with a lot of Slovaks who live in that area, and it's workshops again for young people with special needs, really for the motoric skills. They will make things, and the things that they make, we hope then that we will be able, if we have a spring fair, we'll be able to show them to, they'll be able to sell them at the spring fair and have a little bit of income for them as well. Hope, economic empowerment of young people, workshops for young people. This we're doing they have funding from an NGO in Bulgaria, and it is again in that south eastern part of Serbia, around the Niš catchment area. So they will also work, and again with children in children's homes in that south east. People with special needs, and again I know this centre and the guy who runs it, he's been running it for